which gets funded by these wealthy people that collect cars. So these kids can go 6 figures in debt to get a college degree in fixing up rich people's old cars. Not even kidding. They're probably going to get paid 15 to 20 bucks an hour. What's up, people? Today I want to talk about how can young people get involved professionally, end up getting a job in automotive restoration, working on exotics, race cars, etc. What do you do? What school do you go to? Do you go to school? How do you do this? How do you get a shot? Well, you've come to the right place, people. I have experienced all the good bads. I found all the magic wormholes to get where you want to go. And I've found where the dragons lurk. So let's just go into it, because I get asked this sort of thing a lot. So, restoration, race cars, and custom building, all that fun stuff. Let's talk about the very first thing that I hear from young people. They want to open up a shop, a race car shop, or a place to do custom work. And sometimes those people want to empower other young people to do things like that, and sometimes show they've been inspired by what I've done with Genius Garage and whatnot. That's cool, but let's talk about this. The first most important thing I can say to those young people who are really into cars and building is, if you aspire to be self-employed one day to have a shop, whether you're doing race preparation, whether that's vintage or modern, doesn't matter, it's all race preparation, or you're building customs, you're doing hot rods, you're doing high-end restorations, whatever, you have to remember this one thing first and foremost. It's a business. You are there to make a living and make money, to put food on the table, and your family and for their lives, and that's that, okay? That does not mean you're there to rip people off and screw them, but it does mean you have bottom lines, and you have to think business, resources going in, risk, people management, resource management, how to do that, how to go somewhere. Now that in itself can be another episode. Of course, it could be a whole thesis. But I bring that up because so many of the young people that talk about doing that are very starry-eyed. And that's good. They're inspirational, they're excited, they're happy. But they have to remember that if you go into it just with that, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you're not using good business practices, you are going to fail. You're going to work really hard, and you're going to end up with less than you started, other than some hard knock lessons. And that's no fun. It's just no fun. And I don't want to see you guys fall into that trap, because it doesn't help anybody. It just doesn't. I mean, yeah, maybe it helps some of your clients for a while, but that's not why you did this, okay? So if you do want to start a business, you have to be a talented mechanic, but you need to have people management skills, resource management skills, all the things that go into business, how to look at bottom lines, how to strategize, understand how to market, how to get clients, and where to start, so you're not just throwing money away, okay? And that's something that you could even start on the side working on cars for people and build your way up. You don't have to just, boom, do some big thing and magically it works. Yeah, that's not how that works normally, okay? Let it come to you in a way. Maybe you've got a normal job in the meantime or something like that. And then really know if it's worth it, okay? It's a big and difficult step. So that's one thing I just wanted to bring up there. So how do you get into it? Like, how do you get talented at working on the cars? I mean, do you go to a school? You can. There are some. There's a college I'm not going to say the name of because I'm going to just clobber. But where it's an actual college, like normal 4-year degree, where they teach automotive restoration on old cars, okay? And then there's places like, WyoTech, UTI, UNOH, things like this that'll teach you being like a high-end mechanic or motorsports and things. Now, I'll be honest. I really haven't paid that much attention to their programs, because if you go out there and you start working on cars and you're good, you don't actually need to go to their programs. I'm just going to make a bunch of people mad at me and just flame me one side up, down the other. But I got to be honest, like when I was younger and I was kind of struggling to find my way because there was no good mentors in college and school and stuff, I thought about doing these things. And I'm so glad I didn't, because look around. Like, I didn't go to school for this. If you're actually good and driven, put the money you would have put into these things into acquiring tools you need to work on it. Finding a project car, a project go-kart, a project bicycle. Learn restoration skills. YouTube is free. People tell you how to do these things. There are Facebook pages for coach building, like old school English wheel, aluminum, annealing it with a torch and welding it and doing all that stuff. It's true. The fact of the matter is, there's loads of race shops. They need people. They got Formula One cars to work on with gajillionaire clients. And they need people. And the truth of the matter about industry is they see these kids that come out of these programs and these classes, and sure, they learn some stuff, but they have no real world skills. They're like, can you do anything? And they're like, oh God. And it's difficult because they're not really actually prepared well. Oh man, there's gonna be so many people that hate my guts right now, but it's true. I've seen it. I know so many shops that need people to be hired. And what I've found is there's a lot of young people out there that don't realize that what they've done working on their own cars, there's guys out there with like Porsche 944s or Camaros or trucks or whatever, that scrappy old school, get it done, fix a part because you can't afford to replace it. Learning, working with materials, working with your hands, doing it in an intelligent way so you can have a better product with the least amount of resources in. This is all real world stuff. And then if you combine that with a love for automotive history and knowledge, and you're somebody that has good communication skills and you're a good person, somebody's going to want to hire you, give you a shot. And even if they hire you in lower, you're going to learn while you're there and you're going to go somewhere. So it saddens me, and I just want to say to young people, everybody's been hammered since the 1980s that trades are blue collar and dumb by the general populace. It's what they say. Don't get on me. That's the way it was. The whole world's been knocking the trades and pushing college prep and college, so everybody can go into debt up their eyeballs and create this giant monster that everybody thinks that's the truth for working on cars. It's not. And if you're going to go to school and you're going to invest in school, then go get a degree in like mechanical engineering or something where there's tons of really good paying jobs. And you can work on cars on the side if you want. Or you can combine your hands-on working on car skills with your mechanical engineering degree and then go get a kick-ass job being like a Formula One engineer or work at NASA or SpaceX or something. But if you're not necessarily going to go to school, you don't actually need to work on cars. And that's just it. I'd rather see you young people invest your money into something that is an asset that works for your future, that moves you forward. So instead of paying a school a bunch of money to give you a piece of paper to go work on cars, when the world doesn't care if you went to that school, they only care if you're good, you can buy your tools. You can buy your first project car, maybe stuff I've done here. Find an old MR2 on the cheap and fix it up and make it nice. Don't just chotch it out, but like make it nice. Get an old C3 Corvette that's down on its luck for $3,500 and fix it up. Rebuild the motor, do the body work, learn how to do composite body work and be good at it and show it. And somebody's going to want to hire you. They will. They're out there. I know. And I just wanted to bring it up because the other thing too, and this is something that I've lost my mind in frustration and anger about, there's a college, like a legit 4-year degree liberal arts college that offers a degree in automotive restoration, which gets funded by these wealthy people that collect cars. So these kids can go 6 figures in debt to get a college degree in fixing up rich people's old cars. Not even kidding. They're probably going to get paid 15 to 20 bucks an hour. Ooh, maybe they'll get paid 30 bucks an hour. You could have gone to school for engineering and then interned at Genius Garage for nothing because I'm a nice guy and get a job starting at a 4-year degree at $100,000 a year. Why in the heck would you go become an indentured servant working on rich people's cars? Are you nuts? Like, don't do that. Go get a business managing degree. Go get an MBA. Go get a 4-year degree that makes sense, that there's real world jobs. It doesn't pigeonhole you working for some old rich people that aren't going to be around in 20 years because it's only cars that are old. I mean, like, everybody's going to hate my guts now. But it's true. It's true. There's so many traps out there for young people. It's nuts. It's nuts. So what I'm saying is, when you're thinking about school, make sure it's something that's really going to pay you back. And don't listen to the school. Go see what jobs are actually out there. The school's there to make a crap load of money off of you because you can get easy loans that you probably shouldn't be able to get. But that's just the nature of the way our culture works. It's going to put you in debt. If you want to work on cars and restore them, you don't need a 4-year degree. You don't need any degree in it. You just need to be good. Okay? You learn off the internet. There's great things called libraries. There's great social media pages like Coach Builder Resources where they show you how to do aluminum panel beating and such. And if you need a class on something like that, like aluminum panel beating and rolling or something like that, then go take a class, you know, for like a week. Okay? And then just buy the materials and stuff and get good at it. I mean, it's not rocket science. But don't fall prey to these places that just want your money and aren't going to make you better at things. I just don't want to see you guys be set up for failure like that and not have your resources move the ball forward. So the best thing I can say to young people out there is if you want to get into restoration, if you want to be a racing mechanic, if you want to build race cars, if you want to do that stuff, then go do it. There's literally nothing stopping you. Okay, and you're saying, okay, see, I'm not rich, I can't afford this stuff. Okay, that's cool. Neither can like me or anybody else. It took me a long time to get anywhere. But if you're into race cars, you want to work on Indy cars, then restore an old shabby racing go-kart you found, race it, tune it up, make it nice, and if it's vintage, you can probably flip it for a profit when you're done and move up. If you want to be in the tuner scene and high-end stuff like that, then find something cool like an old MR2. Learn to do the body work. Learn to do the sheet metal stuff on it, okay? You know, restore it nicely. Make it your pride and joy. Don't just chotch it out and throw money at it for the sake of throwing money at it, because that's a major trap for young people. Just buying like aftermarket parts to bolt on because it feels good, and you're spending stupid money on a car because it feels good. Like, okay, that's cool, but you're not, you know, you could have like maybe started a business with that or something. You know what I mean? And still had a pretty cool car. Like, just relax, guys. But there's so many ways for you to build your skill and grow as an individual and talent that'll help your career while you're also building something for yourself. Because if you're working on an old car and you're fixing it up, you're making it more valuable and you're learning at the same time. So it's possible. So find your job or part-time job and save up to do it on the side. It's going to take a while. It's like the Clint Eastwood said, his character said in Gran Torino to the kid. The kid's like, how am I going to afford these tools? He's like, you're going to get a job and you're going to work. It's going to take you a long time to have it. I'll help you out when you start, but you'll get somewhere. And that's how you do it. Whew. I want to see you guys be successful. And it saddens me because everybody young's been programmed to think that you just magically go to school and you get a job at it. It's not how it works with cars and racing and stuff. And a lot of these places will just stick their thumb on you. So I want to see you be successful, but you can just go do it. And then lastly, if you can't afford a car or tools, you just can't, but you're a good person, then you need to make friends and you need to volunteer your time, even if it's sweeping floors. If you volunteer your time, you're a good communicator and you're a good person, people are going to let you start working with them. Even if it's holding flashlights and holding wrenches, it's your opportunity to learn without spending much money, while you're saving money to get tools and things you need. It's still possible to learn kind of like as an apprentice or something out there in this world. But people also have to drop the idea of that they just deserve to make a bunch of money. That's the other thing college has pounded people that you just deserve to make money. I'm sorry, well, you're not good at anything. You haven't done anything. You have a desire, whoop-de-doo. Every little baby has a desire on the planet to have fun and do whatever they want. But you don't have any talent. So if you don't have any talent, then what do you have to offer? If you're a good person, you have good work ethics, that's something. But you might have to just learn because you like it. If you like vintage cars, go help out your buddies. Make friends at a Cars and Coffee. Make friends at a hot rod thing. Make friends with old people. Make friends with young people and learn and have fun and experience. And you're going to grow and get better for it. So I guess this is just a speech. I don't have a magical way for you guys to do it other than just make sound decisions. Make your resources and money go a long way. Have a good work ethic. Make friends. Communicate. And you can learn along the way. That's how I did it. That's how so many people before me have done it. And it can work. And schools can be good. And they can augment your talents. There's some little courses I might like to take if I want to brush up on funny techniques like torch welding or panel beating or something like that, or maybe I need to learn a little bit more about composites. But at the same time too, you can learn from doing. And if you're doing, you're probably going up, or at least a little bit closer to your place. So think about that, you guys. I want to see you be successful. I'm not actually here to take your money. All right, so share this, and naturally, I hope you will like, comment, and of course, subscribe. See you guys next time.